Let's start by really understanding what blackheads are, because most people completely misunderstand them. A lot of people think blackheads are dirt stuck in their pores, and that's why they scrub harder, use rough towels, or overcleans hoping to wipe them away. But that's not how it works. Those tiny dark dots you see aren't from dirt at all. They're a mix of oil, dead skin cells, and bacteria that got trapped inside your pores. When the pore stays open and air touches that trapped material, it oxidizes, that dark color you see. It's actually the oil turning dark from oxygen exposure. So no, your skin isn't dirty. It's just reacting to a normal biological process that went a little off track. Now, everyone's skin produces oil. It's supposed to. That oil or sebum helps protect and lubricate your skin. The problem happens when your skin produces too much of it or when dead skin cells aren't being shed properly. Imagine it like a drain in your sink. If you have too much buildup, soap, hair, and a little bit of grease, it clogs. The same thing happens on your face. The combination of sebum and debris forms a plug inside the pore. If that pore remains sealed, you get a whitehead. If it's open, oxygen darkens it, and that's your blackhead. So blackheads aren't a sign that you're not clean enough. They're a sign that your pores are just a little congested. Here's where it gets interesting. Blackheads tend to form most often in the oiliest areas of the face, usually the nose, forehead, and chin. That's because those areas have a higher concentration of sebaceous glands. And the size of your pores, that's largely genetic. You can't shrink them permanently, but you can keep them clear so they look smaller and smoother. The goal isn't to get rid of pores, they're essential for skin function. It's to keep what's inside them clean and balanced. One mistake I see people make all the time is using harsh products in the hope that they'll melt blackheads away. They'll reach for alcohol, heavy toners, or strong scrubs that promise instant results. But what actually happens is the skin barrier gets damaged, making it even harder for the skin to regulate oil. The body senses that dryness and compensates by producing even more sebum, which just leads to, you guessed it, more blackheads. It's a frustrating cycle. The truth is, skin doesn't respond well to aggression. It responds to balance. And that's why understanding what's happening beneath the surface is so important. When you know that blackheads are the result of excess oil and dead skin, you realize that managing them is more about prevention than cure. It's about consistency, not force. It's the small, steady habits that make the biggest difference, like cleansing gently but effectively, exfoliating regularly but not excessively, and keeping the skin barrier strong and hydrated. Because healthy skin doesn't overreact, it stays calm and clear. There's also something psychological about blackheads. They're so visible, especially on the nose, that they can make people feel self-conscious. I've met people who spend hours picking at their skin in front of a mirror, trying to extract every single dot. But that pressure, that constant picking can stretch pores, damage tissue, and even cause scarring. It's never worth it. A calm, methodical approach is far better than a frantic one. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your skin is to stop fighting it and start understanding it. Think of your pores like windows. You can't seal them shut, but you can keep them clean so light can shine through. Cleansing and exfoliating help, but so does letting your skin breathe. Avoid heavy makeup that clogs pores, and don't overuse products that suffocate the surface. Give your skin the space to function naturally. That's when you start to see change, not because you forced it, but because you supported it. Now, once you really understand what blackheads are, you stop seeing them as enemies to be attacked and start seeing them as signals. They tell you your skin might be producing too much oil or not shedding properly. They tell you your barrier might need a little extra care. And when you listen to your skin instead of trying to control it, you begin to find that balance between clean and calm. That's the foundation for every deep cleansing technique that actually works. The understanding that true skin health starts with knowing what your skin is trying to say. Every successful skincare routine begins with awareness. Once you understand that blackheads are simply your skin's way of saying, I need balance, you stop chasing quick fixes and start building habits that last. And that's the first real step toward clear, confident skin. When it comes to cleansing, the biggest mistake I see people make is thinking more is always better. They scrub harder, wash longer, use stronger products, and then wonder why their skin feels tight, red, or oily again just a few hours later. The truth is, over-cleansing can be just as damaging as not cleansing at all. Your skin has its own ecosystem, a delicate balance of oil, bacteria, and moisture that keeps it healthy. When you strip that balance away too aggressively, your body goes into overdrive trying to fix it. It starts pumping out more oil to compensate, and that extra oil ends up clogging pores all over again. It's a vicious cycle that begins with good intentions but backfires over time. The goal of cleansing isn't to remove every trace of oil from your skin. It's to remove what doesn't belong there. Think of it like tidying up your home. You wouldn't want to take out the furniture, you just want to clear away the clutter. A good cleanser works the same way. It clears away excess oil, dirt, and makeup while leaving behind what your skin needs to stay supple and strong. That's why choosing a gentle cleanser with a balanced pH is so important. You want something that respects your skin barrier, not something that punishes it. Now, here's where consistency beats intensity every single time. Cleansing your face once or twice a day with the right technique will always outperform any extreme routine. It's not about chasing immediate results, it's about building steady habits that your skin can rely on. I often tell people that skin loves routine. It thrives on predictability. When you're gentle and consistent, your pores stay clear, your oil levels regulate, and your complexion naturally becomes smoother over time. Harsh scrubbing, on the other hand, only triggers inflammation and micro tears that take weeks to heal. That's not progress, it's damage disguised as effort. And cleansing isn't just about the product, it's about how you use it. So many people rush through it, splashing water on their face, rubbing a cleanser for 5 seconds, and calling it a day. But real cleansing takes intention. You want to massage the cleanser gently into your skin for at least 30 to 60 seconds, focusing on areas that produce the most oil, the nose, forehead, and chin. Let the product do its work. The gentle motion not only helps remove buildup, but also boosts circulation and lymphatic drainage. You're not just cleaning your face, you're caring for it. Another thing people often overlook is temperature. Hot water feels relaxing, but it can strip your skin's natural oils in seconds. Lukewarm water is your friend. It loosens debris without shocking your skin. And after cleansing, always pat your face dry with a clean towel instead of rubbing it. That small difference prevents irritation and preserves the skin barrier. It's those little mindful habits that create healthy, balanced skin. Then there's the myth that oily skin types should use foaming or alcohol-based cleansers to cut the grease. That's old school thinking. The moment you over-dry oily skin, you're teaching it to produce even more oil. Instead, what works best are gentle gel or cream cleansers with ingredients like salicylic acid or niacinamide, formulas that dissolve impurities while calming the skin. If your skin feels squeaky clean afterward, that's actually a red flag. Healthy skin should feel refreshed and soft, not tight or stripped. Consistency extends beyond just washing your face. It's about creating an environment where your skin can thrive. Always remove makeup before bed. Avoid touching your face throughout the day. Keep your pillowcases clean because they collect oil and bacteria faster than you think. Each of these habits supports the work your cleanser is doing. Deep cleansing is a team effort between your products and your daily actions. And it's not about perfection. Your skin will have good days and bad days. But if you're patient and gentle, those bad days become fewer and far less intense. Cleansing isn't about fighting your skin, it's about listening to it. If your skin feels dry or irritated, that's its way of telling you to slow down, to choose something milder, to be kinder. When you start treating your skin like a living, breathing organ, instead of a surface to scrub, everything changes. Your complexion reflects that respect. People often underestimate how powerful a simple, consistent cleansing routine can be. It's not glamorous, it's not dramatic, but it's the single most important foundation of clear, radiant skin. Every other step, exfoliation, extraction, hydration, they all depend on cleansing done right. If you master this, your pores stay clean, your texture smooths out, and your skin begins to glow in a way that no shortcut can ever replicate. Because in skincare, it's never the harshness that heals, it's the harmony. When it comes to blackheads, cleansing alone sometimes isn't enough. You can be washing your face twice a day with the perfect gentle cleanser and still notice those stubborn dots on your nose or chin. That's because blackheads don't just sit on the surface. They develop deeper inside the pore. And that's where exfoliation becomes essential. Exfoliation is like spring cleaning for your skin. It helps remove the layers of dead skin cells that build up over time and block the natural flow of oil. Without it, you're basically letting your pores fill up like tiny clogged pipes. Now, there are two main ways to exfoliate your skin, physical and chemical. Physical exfoliation is what most people think of first. It's the scrubs, brushes, or cleansing pads that manually slough off dead skin. When used correctly, they can be great for smoothing texture and instantly brightening dull areas. The trick is moderation. If you're too rough, you create micro tears in your skin that make it more vulnerable to irritation and inflammation. Gentle circular motions, using a fine grained scrub no more than once or twice a week are all you need. Anything more and you're not exfoliating, you're damaging. Chemical exfoliation, on the other hand, works on a deeper level. Instead of physically scrubbing the surface, it uses ingredients like salicylic acid, glycolic acid, or lactic acid to dissolve the glue that holds dead skin cells together. This helps unclog pores from the inside out and keeps oil flowing freely instead of getting trapped. Salicylic acid in particular is a superstar for blackhead-prone skin because it's oil-soluble. It can dive right into the pore and clear out sebum buildup. Glycolic acid focuses more on the surface, improving tone and texture. Used together in moderation, they can completely transform the skin's clarity. The key word here is moderation. A lot of people get excited about exfoliation because the first few times they use it, their skin feels smooth and looks fresh. So they start doing it more often, thinking more will mean faster results. But skin has a natural renewal process. And when you interfere with it too aggressively, you strip away the very protection your skin needs. Over-exfoliation can lead to redness, flaking, and even breakouts because the skin barrier becomes compromised. It's all about finding that sweet spot, enough to keep the pores clear, but not so much that you weaken the foundation. Timing also matters. If you exfoliate in the morning, make sure you protect your skin with sunscreen because acids can make you more sensitive to sunlight. If you exfoliate at night, give your skin a chance to rest and recover with a hydrating serum or lightweight moisturizer. Think of exfoliation as polishing, not scrubbing. You're revealing new, healthy skin underneath, not trying to sand it down. The goal is clarity, not trauma, and not all exfoliants are created equal. Your skin type determines which kind is best for you. If you have oily or acne-prone skin, a salicylic acid-based exfoliant 2 or 3 times a week might be ideal. If your skin is dry or sensitive, lactic acid provides a gentler approach, offering both exfoliation and hydration. The right product feels like it's working with your skin, not against it. If you ever feel burning, tightness, or peeling, that's your skin's way of saying, slow down. Consistency, again, is what makes the difference. Exfoliation should be a regular part of your routine, not a punishment for bad skin days. It's about maintaining a healthy rhythm so that dead skin cells don't pile up and oil doesn't get trapped. When done correctly, exfoliation refines your pores, smooths out texture, and makes every other step in your skincare routine more effective. Serums penetrate better. Moisturizers absorb deeper. Even your makeup goes on more evenly because the surface of your skin is clean and balanced. One of the most satisfying things about proper exfoliation is how quickly you can see a difference. Within days, your skin starts to feel softer. Within weeks, those dark dots on your nose become lighter and fewer. Over time, you notice a lasting smoothness, like your skin finally learned how to breathe again. It's subtle at first, but it builds. That's how real results happen, not overnight, but over time with care and patience. You never want to treat exfoliation like a quick fix. It's not about blasting away blackheads in one go. It's about creating an environment where blackheads have a harder time forming in the first place, prevention at the deepest level. When your pores stay clean and clear, your skin can finally focus on what it's supposed to do, repair, renew, and protect. And that's when you realize that exfoliation isn't just a skincare step, it's the turning point between constantly fighting your skin and finally understanding how to help it thrive. When you've cleansed and exfoliated properly, your skin is primed for one of the most delicate yet rewarding steps in deep facial care: extraction. This is where you deal directly with those stubborn blackheads that refuse to budge. And let's be honest, almost everyone has tried squeezing them at home at some point. It's tempting, right? You see that little dark spot and your fingers just can't resist. But here's the truth: the way most people extract blackheads does far more harm than good. When you press too hard or use dirty tools, you're not just removing the blockage, you're also damaging the skin around it. That pressure can cause bruising, inflammation, or even tiny scars that take months to fade. The right way to extract is with patience, precision, and preparation. Extraction should never be rushed. The skin needs to be softened first, and that's where steam comes in. Steam therapy is one of the oldest and most effective ways to prepare the skin for blackhead removal. When warm steam touches your face, it helps open the pores slightly and loosens the hardened sebum and debris inside. It's like softening wax before trying to shape it. You make the material pliable, so the process becomes easier and gentler. You can do this at home by simply leaning over a bowl of warm water for a few minutes or using a facial steamer if you have one. Just keep it comfortable. You never want to feel heat that's too intense. Once your skin is ready, extraction becomes safer and more efficient. But even then, it's crucial to know your limits. If a blackhead doesn't come out easily, forcing it will only cause trauma. The best extractions happen with minimal pressure because the contents are already loosened and ready to leave the pore. Professionals use specialized tools called come-down extractors under magnified light so they can see exactly what they're doing. The skin is cleaned, prepped, and every movement is controlled. It's not just about popping, it's about protecting. If you ever find yourself having to press hard, that's your sign to stop and treat the area gently instead. Sometimes it's better to wait a day or two, let your skin rest, and return to it after more steaming or exfoliation. Hygiene during extraction cannot be overstated. Always start with clean hands, disinfected tools, and a sanitized surface. Even a small amount of bacteria can turn a simple blackhead into an inflamed pimple or infection. Use tissue around your fingers if you're applying light pressure, and never use your nails. They can tear the skin. After extraction, follow immediately with a calming toner or antiseptic solution to close the pores and prevent bacteria from getting in. Think of it as cleaning up after surgery. You wouldn't want to leave an open area exposed. And here's something most people overlook: what happens after extraction is just as important as the extraction itself. Once you've removed the blockage, your pores are more vulnerable, and your skin needs soothing. Applying a gentle clay mask or a hydrating serum helps calm any redness and restore balance. Avoid makeup for a few hours afterward, and definitely avoid touching your face. You want the skin to recover peacefully without irritation. It's also worth mentioning that not every clogged pore needs to be extracted manually. Sometimes, with consistent exfoliation and cleansing, the skin will naturally release debris on its own. Think of extraction as the finishing touch for stubborn spots, not the main act. Overdoing it can make your skin dependent on constant picking, and that's a habit that's hard to break. The best results come when you let your skin do what it's meant to do, heal and renew with a little guidance from you, not constant intervention. For people with deep or painful congestion, especially if the blackheads are large or have been around for a long time, it's always best to leave the job to a professional. In a controlled environment with proper lighting, sterilized tools, and the right post-care, the process is safer and far more effective. There's a reason professionals take their time with extractions. It's not just about what's being removed, it's about how the skin looks and feels afterward. When done correctly, extraction doesn't just clear the pores, it transforms how your skin breathes and absorbs everything else that follows. Moisturizers, serums, and treatments all penetrate more effectively because there's no longer a barrier of buildup blocking them. You can actually feel the difference. Your skin feels lighter, smoother, and cleaner, not raw or tight, just refreshed and renewed. That's the real goal here. Extraction isn't a battle, it's a balance between precision and patience. It's about knowing when to act and when to stop, when to help your skin and when to let it heal. And when you master that balance, every part of your skincare routine starts working better, because clear pores are the foundation for everything that follows. Clean skin doesn't just happen. It's something you create through care, control, and respect. After deep cleansing, exfoliating, and safe extraction, the next step is one that many people tend to skip, and it's one of the most important: rehydrating the skin and helping it recover. Think of your skin like a living barrier that just went through a workout. You've cleared out impurities, opened up the pores, and removed buildup. Now it needs replenishment and balance. Without that, all the effort you put into cleansing can go to waste, because dry, stripped skin is more likely to produce even more oil, leading right back to clogged pores. It's the body's way of compensating. That's why post-cleansing care isn't just an afterthought, it's what seals in the results. The moment you finish cleansing or extracting, your skin's protective layer is slightly more vulnerable. That's the perfect window to restore hydration and strengthen the barrier. This doesn't mean slathering on heavy creams or oils. It's about finding the right kind of moisture, lightweight, breathable, and non-comedogenic. When you use products designed for your skin type, they replenish water levels without blocking pores. Ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and niacinamide are incredibly effective for this. They attract and hold onto moisture, soothe irritation, and help the skin rebuild its natural defenses. When your skin feels soft and calm after your routine, that's how you know it's in balance. A lot of people with oily or acne-prone skin believe they don't need moisturizer. They think their skin already produces enough oil, so why add more? But oil isn't the same as hydration. Dehydrated skin can still be oily, and when it's lacking water, it actually produces even more oil to make up for it. It's a survival mechanism. That's why skipping moisturizer is one of the biggest mistakes you can make after deep cleansing. Proper hydration teaches your skin to regulate itself. When the barrier feels supported, oil production naturally starts to level out. It's all about giving your skin what it needs, not taking away what it already has. Another key step after cleansing is toning. A gentle, alcohol-free toner can help bring the skin's pH back to its ideal level and prepare it for hydration. It's like setting the stage so your moisturizer or serum can perform better. Think of it as restoring order after a deep clean. And if you've done extractions, a soothing toner with ingredients like witch hazel, chamomile, or green tea can calm any redness and tighten the pores, just enough to keep them clean and protected. The goal isn't to close your pores completely, that's a myth, but to ensure they're not inflamed or exposed. Then comes one of the most overlooked parts of skincare: protection. After all that cleansing and repairing, your skin is more exposed to the environment. Pollution, UV rays, and even indoor air can dehydrate or irritate it again. That's why applying sunscreen during the day isn't optional. It's essential. Even if you're indoors, UV light can still reach your skin through windows and screens. Sunscreen prevents pigmentation, premature aging, and helps maintain the results you've worked so hard for. There's no point in clearing your skin if you're not protecting it afterward. What's equally important here is the mindset. Skincare isn't about constantly stripping or fixing your face, it's about balance and support. After deep cleansing, your skin doesn't need another harsh step, it needs care. The right hydration and recovery routine keep your skin strong and resilient, so the next time you cleanse, it doesn't have to work as hard to stay clear. Every layer of care you give builds on the last, like steps in a routine that teach your skin how to stay calm and balanced on its own. If you ever feel like your skin looks tired, dull, or overworked after cleansing, that's your sign to step back and give it nourishment instead of more products. Sometimes a simple hydrating mask, a few drops of soothing serum, or just letting your skin breathe makes all the difference. You don't always need more, you just need the right kind of care at the right time, and that's what makes a deep cleansing routine complete. Knowing when to be gentle. Hydration is what brings everything full circle. It's the final step that locks in the progress and restores the glow. Your skin can only reflect what you give it. Treat it with respect, keep it hydrated, and it will respond with strength, clarity, and that healthy radiance everyone's chasing. Because clear skin isn't just about what you take away, it's about what you give back. When people think about clear skin, they usually focus on products, cleansers, exfoliants, serums, but what many forget is that what happens inside the body and in daily habits plays just as big a role as what goes on the surface. Skin is an organ, and like every other organ, it reflects how well you treat your body. You can follow the most perfect skincare routine, but if your diet, sleep, and stress levels are out of balance, your skin will show it. Blackheads, breakouts, dullness, they're all signs of imbalance somewhere deeper than the pores. Let's start with diet because it's one of the most overlooked causes of congestion. Foods high in sugar, processed carbs, and dairy can trigger spikes in insulin, and that can increase oil production and inflammation in the skin. When the skin produces too much oil, pores become the perfect environment for blackheads to form. It doesn't mean you can never enjoy your favorite dessert, but it does mean you should be mindful of what your skin is telling you after you eat certain foods. Try incorporating more water, rich vegetables, antioxidants, and omega-3 fats into your meals. These not only help control inflammation, but also improve the strength of your skin barrier from the inside. The clearer your diet, the clearer your complexion tends to be. Hydration is another major piece of the puzzle. Most people think about moisturizing the outside of their skin but forget to hydrate from within. Dehydrated skin often compensates by producing more sebum, which once again leads to clogged pores. Drinking enough water each day helps your skin flush out toxins and maintain elasticity. And while water alone won't cure blackheads, it supports every process your skin goes through, cleansing, repairing, and renewing. Then there's sleep, the one treatment that's free and yet often neglected. During sleep, your body repairs itself, balances hormones, and increases blood flow to the skin. That's why people who consistently miss out on rest often develop dull, tired complexions and slower healing from breakouts. It's called beauty sleep for a reason. A steady sleep schedule keeps your hormones in check and your skin functioning properly. No product in the world can replace that. Stress is another silent trigger. When you're stressed, your body releases more cortisol, a hormone that increases oil production. Combine that with the habit of touching your face more often when you're anxious, and you've got a recipe for clogged pores. Managing stress isn't about avoiding it completely. It's about finding small, realistic ways to handle it. A few minutes of deep breathing, walking outside, or just taking time to unwind can make a bigger difference than most people realize. The calmer your body, the calmer your skin. Even the simple things matter. Think about your phone screen, pillowcase, and makeup brushes. They collect oil, bacteria, and residue that transfer directly onto your face. Washing them regularly might seem trivial, but those small actions keep your skin from constantly fighting unseen irritants. The same goes for touching your face throughout the day. Every time your hands make contact, you're transferring dirt and bacteria from everything you've touched. It's a habit worth breaking. And the results speak for themselves once you do. Another part of lifestyle that ties directly to skin health is movement. When you exercise, blood circulation increases, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your skin cells. Sweating also helps push impurities out through your pores, as long as you cleanse properly afterward. It's like giving your skin a gentle detox from the inside out. Exercise also helps regulate stress hormones, which keeps oil production under control. It's not just about looking fit, it's about helping your skin function better. And of course, None of this works without consistency. You can't expect to see lasting results from one good week of eating well or sleeping more. Just like your skincare routine, these lifestyle habits build momentum over time. The changes may start small, less shine, fewer clogged pores, a smoother texture, but they add up. The skin reflects balance, not perfection, and balance comes from steady care in every part of your life. Your skin is always listening to what you do, what you eat, and how you feel. It's a mirror of your overall well-being. Every choice you make, whether it's staying hydrated, managing stress, or keeping your pillowcase clean, tells your skin something. Treat it like an ally, not an enemy. Because when your body is in harmony, your skin naturally follows. Clear. Radiant skin doesn't come from fighting it. It comes from living in a way that helps it thrive. And that's the real secret to lasting clarity.